everybody talks about content, but doesn't skillful use of language also count big time?
Yeah, that's called writing. And contrary to popular belief, everyone seems to think they can write, but that's not true. We know that. The internet has established that for sure. You know, last year I closed out the year and said 2013 was year of the online writer, kind of for, you know, seeing that all of this from a Google perspective, content marketing perspective, just in general, the need for really good writers the demand is going to increase, which is a big change from the way writers used to be treated. So that means they become more in demand, they become more expensive, whatever. But the key being, there's no real alternative to that. The skillful use of language, absolutely. Writing applies to video because you generally will do a script, unless you're doing something like what Eric and I are doing right now. You know, even with a podcast, a good outline is where you get started. Scripts, written content, white papers, all of this stuff, one way or another, needs a good writer behind it. So if you're not that person, then you get to act more like a producer. Look at how Hollywood works. There are people who are business people who perhaps bring the funding, or they bring the product. In the case of content marketing, they have the business, and then they hire the writers in order to produce the quality content they need. Whatever it takes is what needs to be done, I think. And I think we're at this point where that's a reality that, Eric, you've been talking a lot about, and we've discussed building teams and how people are moving beyond the why of content marketing, and they're like, okay, how do I get this done? I'm not a writer. I need to hire some, or I'm not a video person, whatever. You've got to hire the talent. You're a producer, right?
It's actually bad English, but I like this short, simple phrases. Be an expert or go home. And to expand on that, okay, you don't necessarily have to be the expert yourself, but your business needs one.
Or you could be the expert, but you don't have to be the writer.
Exactly, which you introduce. So to expand on Scott's question, if you aren't the one that has that ability to have skillful use of language, but you are in fact an expert, then you can work with somebody who can understand what it is you're trying to communicate. They can help you with the actual writing elements, and then you can get your voice and what you're trying to communicate into it by interacting with them.